Alright, hello and welcome. My name is Sammy, and I will be continuing my stream theory playthrough of Assassin's Creed 4, where I will play the game live and also comment and analyze as I go. So last part, we did a lot of story-based stuff, a lot of missions in Kingston. Or actually, a lot. I say a lot, but it's really 2 missions in Kingston. It took a pretty long time, but they were really lengthy and involved missions. So unfortunately, I think that means we're gonna have some downtime here because, as I said last part, I showed where the next mission was. It's all the way back in Nassau. So that means it's gonna be a lot of exploration on the way there. Gonna be doing a lot of that stuff. Now, the good thing about that is I finished most of the areas on the way here in the first place, but so I'll be picking up any random stuff that I hadn't already done. So like these little islands here, I'll make a stop there. And so overall, it's going to take less time to get back there than it took to get here in the first place. So that's the good news about that. And then I'll have more of this area explored, and then I can focus on the rest of the map that I actually have not explored. So all that is a good thing. I have a second chance to explore these areas. So, but because we're in Kingston now, I'm going to focus on this area right here, this city. I think that is prudent. And I'm going to hopefully get everything done here. That's my goal. I'm going to try to get everything done the next couple hours of play. So let's get right into it. Let's get moving, and I can discuss on the way here. So let's get on with an assassin contract. Nice warm up to the play here. So a rather psychotic slave trader has been spotted doing his rotten business in the heart of the city. Kill him. All right. Well, these assassin contracts are always good for practicing stealth. And the ultimate goal is to try and get to your target without initiating combat, without being discovered. I'll do that now. I don't know why. Sometimes it doesn't mark it on the map like I wanted to, like that. Head there. Nice slidey bit. Better than jumping off a cliff. I'm grateful that those sliding sections were added. We're seeing right now kind of a downside of these sparsely populated cities is that there aren't a whole lot of connected buildings or buildings that are built close to each other. So occasionally you do run into these instances where you're on a roof and you're stuck and you essentially can't move as smoothly between buildings as possible. I guess that depends on the city, the type of city it is. Like, for instance, Havana, earlier on, we saw that was much more densely packed. And it felt like old times. It felt like old Assassin's Creed, where we were in those older buildings full of densely packed buildings. We could easily run from rooftop to rooftop, and we had essentially no reason to come down. We didn't really want to. Here, it's a little bit more complicated than that. This city, Kingston, bigger but less densely packed than Havana, so this feels more like Assassin's Creed 3. Oh dear. Careful about this. There are more of those gunners here, so alright. Sleep darts are perfect. I didn't see this other guy, fortunately. That's okay, this is just one of many assassin contracts to come, so knock out this guy before. I don't think I'm going to get my bonus here because I was detected. Now I just have to find a way out. A lot of hiding spots here. Probably hide with these guys. Any group of 2 people can blend into. So there are plenty more assassin contracts in this area, so I'll be able to try to get it right the next time. Alright, I think I can... The heat has not technically died down, but I'm so far out of range. I'll just make sure I stay hidden for now. So I guess that's the downside of the relatively large Kingston compared to the other cities in the area, or rather compared to Havana. Havana is really the only main city. Nassau doesn't compare all that much. Is that it is less densely packed. So that is unfortunate. You know what I'm gonna do? I need to do more of these sync points, so I'll do that. Better to know the area. Alright, how exactly do I get that? I think I just have to bolt off. Went over it. And here. Went under it. Taunting me. There we go. Better. I'm not sure if the series will ever get back to what it was like in Brotherhood. Those rich, densely packed cities. Who knows? Maybe I can't discount, you know, the newer Assassin's Creed games like Unity. I think that is more focused on the city-based stuff, and that takes place in Paris, right, in France. And I'm pretty sure that would be a densely packed type of city. So, but you know, the downside of that is you lose the naval stuff. That game doesn't have the naval stuff that this game has. So, what, you know, the dream, I think, of an Assassin's Creed game is one that can have this rich naval stuff as well as the large, dense cities. And I'm not sure if that can really be achieved realistically, just because, you know, you have to spend your resources somewhere, and Ubisoft, the developers, probably makes a conscious call on that too. Oh, I didn't want to kill him. wrong button. Sorry. Well, this guy's dead. Pardon me while I... While I hide the body. Aw, man, these guys do not quit. One mistake made me, game made me pay for that mistake for hitting the wrong button. I should be more careful about which buttons I press. Plantation master in the North Fields is known to be an unusually cruel and sadistic slave trader. Kill him. Be simple. Okay. Head straight there now. And as I was saying, finish up my thought here is that that dream of an Assassin's Creed game that does everything, that does both the naval stuff and the rich, densely packed cities. I don't think that is, you know, realistically achievable. It's probably demanding too much. So we're gonna get. I think this is for what we're getting with the rich, naval-based overworld. Having cities like this, I think, is totally acceptable. Not as densely packed as we'd like, but again, not terrible, because we ultimately, throughout the course of the game, we're not going to spend too much time in these cities. And all told, I think they're probably... How many could there be? There's 3 or 4. Okay, there he is. So now I want to plan my route here. I want to go this way. Sure there are no other guards. I think I want to drop down here. Alright, I thought I was going to be able to pick this guy out from up top, but unfortunately, it's not going to be that easy. I have to approach him from this side. And that captain is out of the way, I'll go straight in.
Leave me be, I'm no soldier. I'm not here.
Berserk this guy. Because there's a treasure chest over there. I love these darts. It's one of my favorite additions to the, specifically to the combat. Gives you an added layer of interaction with the guards. Like, I just used that as a distraction to get a chest there. I probably could have used that during my assassination as well. Another means of distraction. I think I mostly discussed the benefits of that during the last part, where I did it more thoroughly. It's good to show another example of how cool those berserk darts are, and I wish those were in Assassin's Creed games all along. Like, that's how good they are. And whenever you find yourself saying, I wish this was in all Assassin's Creed games, I feel like that is a fine addition. A lot of people focus on the naval stuff in this game, but I figure, like, little touches, little tweaks to the way the combat works, and it's not necessarily a combat thing. It's like it weaves in, berserk darts weave in many different ways to both the combat and stealth. That is like an overlooked, really cool element of this game, just because it is overshadowed by the focus on the naval stuff. It's really nice to see the game has Assassin's Creed 4 has other areas where it innovates. I mean, it's not a huge innovation. It doesn't revolutionize the way the combat flows or anything like that. And I'd say most of that innovation has been done in, like, Assassin's Creed 2, Assassin's Creed Brotherhood. And the big innovation in this game, of course, is the naval stuff, or the elaboration of the naval stuff that Assassin's Creed 3 introduced. But that doesn't mean that there can't be some smaller tweaks, like the berserk darts, my favorite new additions. There were other tools in your arsenal that worked in a similar fashion, I would say. Like poison, for instance, worked as a distraction tool. I end up making a target like flail around wildly, and then a crowd would gather. Guards would move in to check. That would make a distraction as well, but of course a berserk dart has an added benefit of the guard will just attack everyone wildly.
Oi! Stand still!
Alright, need another distraction. I'm gonna try this. So this is like a perfect spot to prepare this guy. Just be patient. Oh, don't leave. I do have to wait for him to come around. What? For some reason I can't stay in there. I don't know why. Guess this place is as good as any. Won't even let me climb up to the top. Hey, where'd the guy go?
Stop the bastard! Help!
Don't know where he went. I wanted to knock him out. This is not gonna let me. Alright, let's just finish this up.
I need some help here!
Just finish it before they reach the bell. That's fine. This doesn't even really count towards completing the area, so great for getting resources, but not great for actually getting stuff done here. There's the Templar hunt over there as well, I can't forget that. While I'm in this northern portion of the map, I will finish up these random tchotchkes to gather. I'm gonna hire these dudes. I haven't done a lot of this hiring stuff.
Give them something to think about.
Blast your balls!
The old berserk dart will do this just fine. That worked out pretty perfectly, actually. Alright, so there's a chest here somewhere. Keep moving as quick as possible. Work our way south. But directly after a big story moment like we saw in the last part. Big section of story, I guess. Call it. That is the ample time to experience this sort of downtime, I would say. Thing is, we've already seen that there's plenty. This won't be the end of it. Like, you already see that it's gonna take me a while to get to the next proper main mission. Well, all in all, I think I would like the game to be a little bit better paced. I think pacing, as far as the main missions go, I cannot for the life of me figure out how to get to this tree. Okay, so what does it want me to do? How do I? That's not what I wanted him to do. I don't know why these glyphs have to be so weirdly placed. Why can't, I mean, the real challenge is just getting to them in the first place, not trying to figure out, like, do these odd parkour gymnastics. I mean, gymnastics in the, like, metaphorical sense, not in the literal sense, because of course it can be, like, interpreted in the literal sense here. But gymnastics in terms of trying to finagle a way to move in a way that the character isn't really designed to move. So I'll show you the way the character is designed to move. It goes this way. Now, how do you translate that into getting this glyph? That is like the challenge here. And I don't think that's kind of a cheap way of putting this glyph, making a glyph challenge like this. Alright, let me try hanging. Okay, I guess that was the way to do it. You have to figure out that you're supposed to hang and then swing to it. That's kind of cheap, to be honest. Alright. Get this one. Anyway, so as I was saying about the pacing of the game, not really too... I'd say that's one of the biggest problems with the game is it is the pacing. It probably has to do with just how thinly spread out the story is. Maybe the story in general, the narrative, at least the main mission, the main narrative here with Edward and the observatory, the assassins and Templars, it is fairly thin. And I think that is intentional, because the game wants you to feel free. I should have gotten this one while I was over there. The game wants you to feel free to explore the world at will. I think as far as giving you plenty of time to explore the world, that is great. But the downside of that is that you don't have a long-term goal to... I'm gonna let him go. I don't care about this guy. You don't have a long-term goal to keep playing the game. I think you just need at least some sort of strong hook to keep you playing in the long term, to you know, some sort of end goal. Like, okay, I'm gonna keep playing and eventually work my way towards this goal, right? But if that is weak, then I think, like, no matter how compelling your overworld is, you're gonna give up at some point. I don't think you're not gonna have a strong incentive. And I think that is even true of something like Dark Souls, which was, you know, didn't have a very strong story, very convoluted in the way you tell it, and you can only figure it out after a long period of playing and, like, independent research, or to some extent, like, for most people, even myself included, could really only make the sense of the story if you looked up lore videos. And to be honest, the first time I played Dark Souls, I did give up partway through the game and had to pick it up months later, continuing from there. And that is because it didn't have a strong hook, long-term hook. At least that did not come clear until much later in the game. And same thing could be said about this game. It doesn't have a strong long-term hook. And the progress towards that long-term objective, goal, the hunt for the observatory, which we don't even know what it really is or does, is very thinly spread out. So constantly throughout the game, I think I'd make the argument that we are in danger of abandoning the game because we don't have a strong long-term hook. Short-term hooks, short-term motivation to explore, make your way through, it is loaded with that. But I think short-term isn't long enough. You're eventually going to get tired of that, like I was describing before. I had several hours of exploration. Like, well, I really want to get to the next story bit. I'm getting tired of this exploration. It's like I need a change of pace. And I think a balance between exploration, side missions, and main mission is a great way to achieve a variety in the pacing. So let's do the next assassin contract. There are how many of them are in here? 6. I've only done 2. Let's keep doing these. Corrupt judge living in Port Royal has sent one too many innocent men to the gallows, trying to kill him. And so this pacing issue with the game is probably something I'm going to continue discussing over the next several parts, just because of how long it's going to take for me to get to... Oh, it's here. Interesting. Like, wonder how you even get here. Do you have to, like, get on a boat? Get on my boat and go across that way? Guess we're gonna find out. So while the exploration, the naval stuff, the naval combat, all the ship-based stuff, the wistful, romanticized, by romanticized, I'm gonna make a side note here to clarify what romanticized means. I don't mean like relationship-y stuff necessarily, but romanticism refers to like a larger-than-life sort of theme or presentation of what you're seeing. So something that is not like reality, but like an idealized, wistful version of reality. It's larger than life. That's what I mean by romanticized. So this is a highly romanticized view of piracy. And you see that when we experience that when we're out on sea, when we're on our ship. Naval combat, another one of these areas. I don't want to be here right now, actually. I need to cross anyway, so I'm going to leave. Get out of here. Alright, how exactly do I get to the other side here? I see where it is. I guess you have to go back to my ship. So as I was saying, all that stuff on the open sea, sailing on your boat, all that stuff is grade A, top notch. But without direction, without an overarching goal, a strong way to go. Oh hey, looks like a lot of people chat. Nice to see you guys. I don't think I'll be able to say hi to everyone, but welcome. Thank you for the host. That is Dat Fail Gamer. right? Yeah. Thank you for the host. I'll continue discussing. Let me get to the other side of this area here. So, yeah, I do love that stuff. I love, sailing stuff, but as I said, continue talking about how the long stretches in between the main missions is a bit of a problem for me. Or at least for my playstyle, because I don't like using the fast travel. I like sailing a lot, and it can get a little tiring. Yeah, I that failed gamer. I don't think you don't notice that it's a raid. I'm seeing it in the chat. I don't know. Can you guys hear me? I hope you can hear me. Pretty sure. I mean, there is a lag between when I can see the chat, or when I see the chat and it appears on the video, so yes, I have known. I can see the, how do I actually get over there? It's not going to let me. It wants me to go back on the open sea. Do I just have to, like, swim over there, or? I guess. Anybody in chat can show me, can let me know if there's a faster way to get to this area here without swimming all the way there. Not letting me go on my boat. Alright, so you're gonna have to watch me swim. I really don't. There's probably a faster way of doing this, but can't see it. I'm not seeing anybody new typing. Don't know why. But if you guys are still here, let me know if there is a faster way to get across here. I'm not seeing. Alright, I just went the long way. That's fine. There has to be a faster way. I don't know why they'd make it like this. I wonder if, fast travel? Is that what it is? I went to, like, this area. You must swim, it is your destiny. Alright, well. I'm here now, so I'll whatever, I'm here. Let me go to good old sync point. Wouldn't be an Assassin's Creed game. There weren't plenty of sync points to go to. Alright, of course that's where it is. Nearest tall building. And then I'll head straight for that assassin contract. At my pace, not sure how I'm going to be able to finish Kingston here. But I'm going to give it my all. Definitely finish it by the next stream. I can't finish it this time. Little sync point. Alright, and the other one is in this restricted area, so leave that be for now. Another thing that I miss most, I have to say again, talking about this when I was in Havana last time, is right there. I really miss the brotherhood system in the cities, like being able to call on your assassins for help. I wish I could do that here. Ah, it's a chase. I got it. Kenway's just gonna choose like the slowest way possible. It's a bit of a challenge. Come on, Kenway. I know you can go faster than him. And that's what happens when you make your game about a pirate and not a true assassin. Super slow when doing these chases. Alright. Screw it. This guy's just... I don't know why this guy is so fast. Come on. Move faster, Kenway. I can't get him to move. Run. I'm apparently chasing a marathon runner now. The fastest AI guys I've seen in the game. Even the couriers are. Jeez. There we go. Even the couriers aren't this fast. Kill him. Do it now. Come on. Yeah, I know. I'm telling Kenway. Kenway's not moving. Get to... there are a few collectibles here. I'll try and get those. It's like a weird scripting error. These guys are gathered for like a hanging, but there's no hanging. I guess we'll ignore that. Not important. Berserk dart that guy. Okay, pay attention to him. Wait. The other dudes. There are no other dudes here? Was at least one. Yeah, there they are. Why'd he shoot me first? I tell you, this game sometimes confusing. Well, I'll get my smoke bombs out. Okay, he died before I could actually finish him off. Okay, what was that? Where did these guys come from? Man, I'm seeing the weirdest stuff these days. I don't I'm seeing this part my playthrough, seeing the weirdest, like, odd, I don't know how to explain that. They just popped out of nowhere. Is this area just like known for glitches or something? Because nobody comes here? If that's the case, then I'm gonna spend as little time as possible here. Try to collect everything. But wow, was this area not play tested, or seeing a whole bunch of the weirdest stuff? And just climb the tree. I have to like climb a building near the tree. Can't even just climb the building near the tree. I have to. Sorry, I'm a bit annoyed right now by the glitches. Normally I wouldn't be this impatient about climbing stuff like this. I would think about it more thoroughly. Okay, why didn't you? Kenway. Forever a mystery. Okay. Did all that stuff there. Now there is this viewpoint here. Whatever's in that restricted area. Very much like to get out of here as quickly as possible. Maybe this is not the best place. Best way to get inside here. This is walled off. I think I have to go the other way.
Bloody scalawags! That's my last warning.
Okay, I think up here. Cops are helpful.
Oi! Stand still!
Alarm! Help me, damn it!
I don't care about that, just let me sink. All I care about is just sinking.
Intruder! And he's from
Alarm!
up here!
Rouse yourselves, you dullards!
These guys think I care all about this, warehouse here, so if they really think I care, I'll attack them.
Know how this story unfolds. Who's that man? Oh, hell! Need to get out of this! Gotta break the eggs. Keep it inside!
Man, all I want to do is just do the sink point. I really don't care about your warehouse guys.
You're going nowhere!
Alright, yeah, keep coming after me. You'll keep getting taken care of them. Okay. All I really want to do is this sink point. Jeez, why is this building built so...
Don't you stop like this!
Okay. I think I figured it out. Now I can... on the right way to get up here. Alright, it'll be over soon. I can finally finish my journey into the southern portion of Kingston, which is has not been very kind to me by any stretch. And closer. Get back to that northern portion where everything made sense and I could actually complete missions and collect stuff. Okay, it looks like there is a manuscript here. Pick up that first, and fast travel. I think the fast travels, like that was the actual way to get across town. Should not have swam, but I didn't know that right away. Didn't tell me that. Alright, how the way here? Job for a nice berserk dart. Alright, last smoke bomb here. Only let me just move. There we go, that's what I wanted to do. For some reason, sometimes Edward doesn't actually do the thing that you want him to do. Can I please open this now? Oh, yet another guy. I have to become anonymous. I can't simply open a chest. Yeah, sorry about this guy. Alright, I'm done with my infusion, gotta drive home. Gotta drive home, lol. That's Mokume. So, I guess you're driving home, that means you're leaving, so thank you very much for watching. And I apologize for my being annoyed. It's just, as I pointed out, this southern portion has not been kind to me. And I want to go back to this northern portion where everything makes sense. Here is just like a wild place full of glitches and weird stuff. Just can't seem to work around. But I will be done fairly soon in this southern Kingston area. Okay, one last thing to collect, right? And this fragment. Okay. Like that was another alternate path to the top of this. Maybe if I had been more patient and analyzed the area a little bit clearer, I would have seen that. Wouldn't have been so whiny. to get up there somehow. Be like on top of these. So.
Stop there, you! Get my sight! What? We've ambushed me!
Okay, I believe that should be the last thing. There's actually one thing here. Oh no, there's one here too. Okay. Never mind, there's still more. Try and do this quickly.
Stop, you! Alert! Hey!
Alright, I'll make my move now. That worked out a whole lot better than I expected. Right here, looks like this is the actual last thing. Alright, time, considering the time, I think I have a decent amount left for more contracts and maybe even that Templar hunt mission as well. Makes up the bulk of what's in Kingston. Who knows, I might actually be able to finish all of Kingston today. Might be great for just getting it out of the way. You know, considering I'm using language like getting it out of the way. Alright, cross the harbor. That's what I need. That's what I needed to find. Cross the harbor. See, if the game doesn't tell you that, then how are you supposed to know? Alright, I know that now. That's what's important. And I use language like getting it out of the way. Doesn't really sound that good as far as the exploration. I think that is indicative of, like, more of how the game is centered around the naval stuff than it is around the land stuff. Like, compared to being out on sea and, you know, being on your boat, it is kind of a drag being here by comparison. I think that's all I mean here. Not that this stuff is terrible or bad, it's just clearly the development time was spent on the naval stuff, and I feel like the on-land stuff could have been better. On-land portion of the game. Being in the cities can be tiring sometimes. Okay, next, go after Animus Fragment there. Ah, there it is. This one looks more straightforward, thankfully. I don't have to go through any weird hoops to get this one. Okay, what's next? How about another assassin contract? Please don't take me back to the southern portion. Please do not take me back to the southern portion. Please stay in the northern. Faction of pirates camped near the church has been smuggling illegal goods in the heart of the city to the wrong people. Kill the leader. Their leader. Okay. I believe I'm on number 4. Regards to the assassin contracts. Alright, good. It's not that far away. As I've learned, neutralize the gunners first. There he is. Okay, I think doable. A little bit of patience, I can make it. Worked out pretty well. Alright, next I shall... Okay. Next, there's a shanty over here. Go ahead and get that one. Oh, come on, Kenway. Alright, that was good. What's next? Some of the assassin contract missions are interesting. They're all very similar, but at least they're good tests of stealth and make sure that you can keep your skills sharpened throughout the game. Ultimately, I'd say that the collectibles here collect on land just eventually gets tiring after a while. Oh, whoops. Maybe the way to do this, maybe I'm just approaching it wrong. Like, I wonder, sometimes I have to reflect to see if I am going after them too hard right away, and I should pace myself a little bit further. Like, perhaps the game will take me back to Kingston at some point. And if that's the case, then I really don't have to get all of them right now. Get all the collectibles right now, I mean.
You heard me, you bastard. Obey me, you dead bastard.
Open it, open it, open it, open it, open it. Get out of here.
What a surprise.
Okay. I pretty much cleaned out this area. Oh, there's a sync point. Missed that one.
Got to line up, dog. Don't lose sight of him.
Alright, ultimately I have no way of knowing if the game will have missions that'll take me back to Kingston. I mean, we have come back to Nassau several times, so could follow that back to Kingston. There's no way of knowing that. And in the case that the game doesn't come back to Kingston, then I would want to do everything. Would want to do everything while I'm here, rather than wait. I don't know. It's just you have to try and read the game. The way I'm reading it is that there's no guarantee that I will. That the story will take Kenway back to Kingston necessarily. However, the upside is if I do everything here that I can, right now, whenever I do come back to Kingston, there will be a short trip back, and I will have saved myself time in the future. At least there is that. Pretty cool. Like, it looks like there is actual, what is it, forest land or minor forests here where you can do some hunting. Howler monkey and deer. Pretty cool. Nice little addition that we don't really see in Assassin's Creed games. A mixture of those hunting areas and city areas. Hunting in city areas. Okay, looks like I am on track to doing most of Kingston now. However, I know the Templar hunt will be a multi-stage mission. I'll have to deal with that going forward. That'll take some time for sure. Man, I really love these berserk darts. Give me a bunch of time if I can just go in and berserk dart a guy. Then only manuscript there. Berserk dart a guy and totally avoid combat that way. My new favorite thing to do as far as on land combat.
Hey, stop!
Gotcha. Give me sight. Got a clear shot of this.
Wow, that was like much tougher than I expected. Oh man, come on. I am jamming the B button to dodge that. It's gonna start me off in the lane. I have to swim back over there. That's the worst part about this. So, yeah, I don't know what happens. Again, I feel like the control, seeing that time and time again. Another example of the controls being not as tight. It's hard to explain, but you don't feel like you have complete control of your character in the traditional Assassin's Creed parkour environments. And I think that's because of the renewed focus, or the new focus on the naval areas. I think this time I'll use my berserk dart. Get things rolling. Don't mind me, gents. Get out of here now. And that is what I should have done the whole time. The new go-to strategy is berserk dart your way out of combat. Okay, next up, I think there's some stuff up here. Let's go ahead and do another assassin contract. Getting really close to the end, or finishing up Kingston. I think the Templar hunt, I'll leave that as the final mission, the climactic mission, because those are, for the most part, those have been really impressive mission chains. When you know, as long as they don't focus on stuff like tailing missions over and over again, they can be really fun, interesting quest chains. Okay, let's see what it's all about. We have confirmed that a certain British officer is terrorizing the villagers with his unit. He can usually be found near the port. Okay, so I think as long as it's not in the southern Kingston, southern portion, I'll be good. Oh, conveniently there's an animus fragment there as well that I missed.
You there! Stop!
Let's get to life.
Okay, no gunners up top there. I think I can make it to the haystack there.
That's right. He's a bloody empiric. A cheat selling stud medicines at preposterous prices.
No, sir. I offer only proven remedial herbs, picked from the jungles.
Aye, and without the express permission of the governor. Look at his face, all. Heed the visage of a man who climbs above his station. Let this be a lesson to all.
Pretty sure I can just do this and get the heck out of here. There were... I saw some... Yeah, one of these. They can distract them. Pulling out the next... Alright, there was an animus fragment here. That up. These right, there we go. For some reason, the next one I can only go to that particular assassin contract collection. I don't know what do you call those? They're bird coops, messenger bird. I have to go to that specific one for some reason. Interesting how when I started today, and when I first approached the city, like I was all impressed by how big the city was, and I was glad about the city, but I was glad about the size of the city and being able to see that the game can offer those like slightly larger city environments, despite having the rich sea-based overworld. But now, a few hours into Kingston here, thinking that there isn't really a place for these larger cities, just because of how much they slow down the experience, how much they keep you away from the best portions of the game. And I feel like they don't really mesh together as best as they could. Let me read this. The leader of a military outpost in the northwest is a confirmed Templar. Kill him. Okay. Northwest sounds good to me. Okay, I think that's where one of the... I know where that is. Where I picked up one of the treasure maps, or treasure chests before. Right, so as I was saying, regarding these city environments, like I think ultimately the larger cities end up being detrimental, end up not being as fun as I thought it would be. They're fun when they, in the traditional Assassin's Creed sense, but thing is, this game is far from a traditional Assassin's Creed game. It is, if anything else, it is a naval sea-based game. It's a pirate game now. And all the assassin stuff feels like legacy stuff. So I think it's okay when the city environments are actually smaller, and you can finish up that stuff go through them fairly quickly.
Stay
And
this way.
them being bigger ended up backfiring. It's just not fun being here.
All right, go.
Or at least it's fun up to a point. Then it gets tiresome and tedious after a while. I feel like that is the case now.
The man who rescued Selby. That Captain Roberts.
There he is.
Lodged in his pallet for a couple of days.
My Christ, and the man lived?
Broke no stride, in fact. He continued barking orders until the next morning when he took a splinter to the heel.
So right now I'm quite ready to move on and get back to the sea, where the best parts of the game are. Thankfully, very close to finishing everything up. Oh dang, I'm all out of the smoke bombs. Aw, dang it, look at all these guys, I don't want... Alright, I'll hide. Don't know why. Bother me. That's really bad, I don't want to be here. The zone. Bad idea. Finish up your search. All clear. Let's get a move on. I am starting to think that perhaps I am dedicating too much time in this one area, and maybe I'm not giving the game enough credit that there'll be moments when I return back here and be able to, you know, explore it in parts, in portions, so I don't have to, you know, I don't have to stay in one area so long and let the game sour on me, or let the area sour on me. If I gave the game, maybe if I gave the game a little bit more credit, trusted it to bring me back eventually, I would have a better experience. But there's really, the thing about that is, you know, there's really no way of knowing that, and you just have to play the game however it makes sense to you. I think there are only collectibles and the Templar hunt mission left. Shins. Still very close to end here, or finishing Kingston at least. Okay, there's one here. No. Okay, good. It didn't activate the shanty. Try again. Oh, whoops. I don't know why I dropped down like that. Odd. Oh no, why'd he drop? Oh, come on, Kenway. I have no idea why he dropped down there. He just wants me to miss this shanty, that's why. Shanty flew away, of course. Kenway hadn't dropped down. It's stuff like that, stuff you can't really control. Kenway just chooses a weird action, like dropping down, hanging onto the thing instead of on top of it, which would make more sense. That stuff is what messes you up in the platforming. It's not like I made a wrong control decision. I told him to go in a specific direction, and through some weird glitch or wrong detection, I don't know how to explain it, for some reason or other he goes the wrong way. Further evidence to show that parkour is a bit second fiddle in this game. Which is a shame because you know, it's integral to the Assassin's Creed experience, and this is supposedly an Assassin's Creed game. It may seem like I'm focusing too much on the negative again. I think that's because of the environment that I'm in right now. It's because of the city environment, and you know, this is a sea-based game. Oh no, really? Can't keep going that way? Okay. And, well, the game just isn't... Assassin's Creed 4 just isn't, just doesn't focus on these city environments, which means some of these cities are going to be a bit of a chore.
Where do you think you're going? Maybe. Don't throw the trigger. Bastards in the sight.
I'm far less peppered than those cheap Spanish harlots, I assure you. Those.
I'll just distract him right now to finish him off. Ain't got no time for waiting out for these guys to stop searching for me. So, one final thought about the the environments here is, if I'm going to find negatives in the game, it's going to be mostly, I think, centered around these city environments where it's just clearly, I think we can all agree that it's not the focus of the game. You aren't really meant to be here so long, so I'm probably pushing it where it's not necessarily, you know, supposed to go, or I think the game figures most people will do the missions here, explore a bit, do some collectibles, and then leave. Continue on back to the sea, which is not an unreasonable expectation. Before completionists like me that have to get all of the... to get everything. Can really take some time to process a city like Kingston here in a playthrough. And I think the more time you spend in an environment like this, the more you're likely to see its flaws. Alright, there is one here. By a different direction. Good old berserk darts. At least I've gotten pretty good at doing that, using the berserk darts as a distraction, as long as I don't focus on the combat. You know, find my opening, take advantage of it. Berserk darts are pretty awesome in that regard. The shanty here has been giving me some trouble, just in the way. That up in a really short area. Is that even the shanty? No, it was this shanty right here. That was a different one. Okay, so is that the last thing? That shanty is... Actually, no, there is a tavern I could do too. Where's that tavern? Be it. Probably right under my nose. I'm not noticing it. Tavern. General store, harbor master. General store. Not seeing a tavern anywhere. Alright, I'll figure that out later. Figure it out later. I'll go after this here. Shanty. Alright. Shame really that what used to be the core of the Assassin's Creed game now is like now ends up being the most tedious part of it. Whoa, come on. Really? That's gonna end up screwing me over. Shanty flew away. Here's the tavern. You look that. Maybe I should just look it up. The warehouse. Not here. Did all the viewpoints. It's not appearing though. And that's for messing up my shanty. Okay, pardon me really quick. I think I'm gonna look up where this tavern is. Yep, it's saying 0 out of 1 tavern. Just move far enough away to make that shanty reappear. Meantime, I will. Okay, I'm gonna. For some reason, it's not appearing on my match, which it should. Saying that map showing that's like here? No, it's like around here actually. So if I head forward, if I head in that direction, I should find the tavern, I guess. Oh right, I did see that on the map before. I don't know why it's not appearing in the overworld map. In the interest of time and getting through this, I think that I have no problem with looking up the tavern. They're not really all that important anyway. Okay. Shanty is back. Please don't disappear now. You know, as an accurate representation of what it takes to do all the collectibles, how much time it takes to try and get all these collectibles, I think I'm at least making that clear. So maybe it's a problem that it takes this long. Maybe it could be a little bit more streamlined or less involved, all that stuff. No! Kenway, go left! It's gonna fly away like right now. He's so slow at getting up. He is no Ezio. Okay, how about, I'm tired of these collectibles. A shanty is gonna be a problem. No matter which way I approach it, I have like 20 feet and it disappears. Kenway, so slowly, because he's a pirate and not an assassin. And he chooses weird things like that. Basically impossible to actually get those things done. Okay, back to an actual mission. The Maroon Assassin.
What do you want, Englishman?
Edward Kenway. I'm here to warn you of danger. And I'm Welsh.
You all look the same to me. Why should I need your warning? My life is all danger.
I may have brought it on you.
This means you owe me. As it happens, I could use a man to help free some of my friends.
Slaves, you mean?
Brothers. Warriors. The hope of the Maroon.
Doesn't sound like my business, mate.
All I need is for you to mingle with your countrymen. Listen to hints for where my friends are headed.
Fine. I'll see what I can do.
Oh boy, an eavesdrop mission. Being away from the sea in this game, not the best. I can understand why people made the criticisms that they did back when the game came out. Yeah, I remember hearing that how they emphasized sea-based stuff is great, the legacy stuff, tailing missions, the eavesdrop missions, basically no place. Alright, hopefully, this series of Templar hunt missions doesn't rely so heavily on all this eavesdrop, tailing stuff. Okay, I have to do multiple of them, I see. I don't know if there are any more cities in the game after Kingston, but if there are, I'm going to experiment with perhaps not spending too much time in them. I'll do like half of the things in the city that it offers. The other half, I'll try to see if the game naturally takes you back to the city, lets you have another chance to return.
Make an example of, or some such. Well, what do you do? Does he need to do anything? Sometimes examples just have to be made. Yeah, that's just the truth. By my tufty tails, that's fortune in her labours.
The walls are easy to break.
Are we followed? We must warn the others.
Catch one of the guards. No, no, go, go, go. Come on, Kenway.
You got the information I need, mate?
No! I've heard of your kind. Assassin! Don't hurt me!
All I want to know is where this slave is. Do you know of anyone being held? Especially...
Please! Let me live! My wife and children!
Come on, then! Out with it!
Look near the windmill.
See? Was that so hard?
Mission 1 down. Hopefully that's the last eavesdrop mission. I feel like I can handle eavesdrop missions. They are fairly decent as long as they're not overused. And there was one of these Templar hunt missions that were like all eavesdrop missions. And yeah, that is basically what I mean by overused, that one. Come on, come on, come on, go, go, go. Oh, okay. Ah. Oof, okay. All of the things collected. Kingston is now gold on my map. Fantastic. As I said, spending 2 hours on one city, probably not the best idea. I think I probably could have paced myself, perhaps put more trust in the game to return back to Kingston, just as it has, like, with Havana, we returned back to Havana. And Nassau, it's taken us back to Nassau various numbers of times, so I would think that there's a good chance that there are going to be future missions in Kingston. So, I don't know, maybe it's my fault for not giving it the benefit of the doubt, but at the same time, I am fairly relieved to have completed the area, and in the future, if it does take me back here for a mission or two, then I'll be all set, I'll be all done. I think as far as the Templar hunt missions go, I think the rest of these in the chain are best left for the next part. Just out of interest of time, I am running out here, and I think finishing up will be much better for the next part. Be a good way to start it off before I take off back to the open sea, return back on a trip all the way back to Nassau, start that trek. So, with that in mind, I will now say thank you very much for watching, all those who tuned in. Had a fun raid come in for a little while there to say hello. I don't know if they saw me. I don't know. They know that there's a lag between. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and you can see all the archives of my playthrough up until this point over on my YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/YamsterSam. You can also follow me on Twitter at YamsterSam. And of course, you can follow me here on Twitch to see when I go live, and you can watch me live here. Username YamsterSam as well. So, for now, I will see you next time. Finish up these Templar hunt missions in Kingston and take it from there. Later.